I'm Greg Roloff. I'm a junior biology major at SUNY Geneseo, and I research breast cancer and leukemia therapeutics.
One of our goals clearly is to get students involved in research, to get them excited about research. A lot of times students have the goal of becoming a professional, you know, an MD or a dental student, and one of the things about doing research is you might find that there's other ways to help people as opposed to being a physician. Everyone, if you looked at our freshman bio class, everyone wants to be a physician, but in reality there is a lot of opportunity in the area of research.
Cardiovascular disease is the #1 killer of Americans, and cancer is the #2 killer of Americans. And thanks to SUNY, I've been able to pursue some work on cancer here, but also some work with cardiovascular disease over the summer at UB. The ultimate goal was to use stem cells derived from the bone marrow to regenerate lost cardiac tissue. We're lucky enough to get some pretty solid results, and the American Journal of Physiology showed interest in our work. You know, all the skills that allowed me to acclimate into that lab were learned here at Geneseo in Dr. O'Donnell's lab.
So certainly our students have had the ability to work within the SUNY system with the community colleges, the four-year colleges, the PhD granting institutions, all provide a different type of environment for different types of students. And each student that comes through this system, basically, whether they start at the community college and transfer to a school like Geneseo, or come to Geneseo for 4 years and move on to a SUNY PhD program, have benefited from the tremendous effort of both faculty as well as researchers trying to figure out ways in which they can help the everyday New Yorker have a better lifestyle.
Freshman year, I had Dr. Bob O'Donnell as my general biology instructor. So after taking his class, you know, I sort of grew close with him and put my name on his list of people who were interested in doing research with him. So I started working at his cancer lab. He works on cancer therapeutics. We grow a few different cell lines in our lab. I personally work on breast cancer. The biggest battle that cancer researchers in terms of chemotherapy has nowadays is delivering medicine to the patient in a way that's not going to harm their normal body cells. Chemo takes a lot out of people. And so that's really where cancer research on the whole is going.
Usually students start learning about tissue culture. That's one of the, it's an in vitro way of growing cells outside the body. It requires sterile technique and being very careful about what you do.
I had to learn all the basics of cell culture, and that was, you know, how the cells grow, different plates and petri dishes involved, pipettes. They grow in growth media, which is just a solution of salts. In order to kill cancer, we have to first grow it up to a certain cell count and viability, and then we can track that in terms of what treatment we give, how that's going to affect the number of cells that are there before and after, and you know, how effective that treatment is at either killing everything in its path or just killing the cancer cells, which is sort of the battle that that chemotherapeutics faces right now.
The idea is to find certain types of drugs that are found in foods we eat that might help prevent getting cancer. Looking for drugs that basically have shown that they don't have a lot of side effects and can have some benefit against potentially cancer cells.
Because of the power of SUNY, what I learned here in terms of, you know, introductory level cell culture at Geneseo, I was able to carry over to my work at UB. And that is a perfect example of the opportunity that SUNY students have.
They're going into professional programs where they're going to be the future doctors, the future nurses, the future researchers, and they're going to provide the citizens of New York State with a better health care, a better understanding of disease and the cause of disease. They'll be able to make the transition from the laboratory to maybe new treatments, as well as appreciate the humanity of the people they come in contact with.